You're watching Let's Chat.
Always fun when we get to spend a few minutes with our friends from Warren and Griffin, and today is certainly no exception. Alongside me here, we have John Mark Griffin. John, good to see you. You have brought along Fred Clellan.
Fred Clellan today, right?
To Fred here in just a few minutes.
We don't have our companion here to say, ain't it good to be alive and be in Tennessee?
Well, you took care of that, didn't you?
Well, you know, somebody had to do it for him.
All right, Fred, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Go Balls.
How often do we have to be nice to him, or how long do we have to be nice? Because there's always some sort of no, he is a big UT Vol fan, correct?
Fred is a huge Vol fan. He's really grew up in Knoxville and attended the University of Tennessee undergrad.
Right.
Grad school for an MBA and then law school for his law degree. So
wow.
Fred he bleeds orange.
Right.
Maybe a little bit oranger than Mark. We just don't really see that.
I didn't think that was possible. Right. But anyway.
My car's not orange.
Fred, we're glad to have you here with us. And you guys have just recently moved into the beautifully renovated building on Carter Street here in downtown Chattanooga. Big news, you guys are getting ready to pop up a brand new location in Cleveland.
Right, well, we're a little bit off script from what a lot of the other law firms are doing. You see these big billboard law firms that are coming in from out of state, and they run these big billboards and trolling for cases, but they don't really have a local presence.
Right.
And one of the things that Mark and I have done for years is we think it's important to be a member of the community, be part of the community. The community's been good to us. We want to be good to the community. We want to give them an opportunity to actually sit down and meet their lawyer if they want to. We can do all those things that those out-of-state billboard lawyers do. We can sign people up, by DocuSign and over the phone, those sorts of things. We have that ability like anybody else, like all of them do. But you can come sit down and meet with us. So we are opening that office in Bradley County. They're in Cleveland. Similar to what we did in Dalton a decade or so ago.
Right.
We had so many clients from the area that we felt to serve them better that we actually gave them a location. And Fred is really the one that's responsible for getting the Cleveland office up and going.
Fred, what are you going to bring to the new location of Warren and Griffin in Cleveland?
Well, I think the important thing is actually people. It's important to have a person. We're going to have staff there. We're going to have lawyers there. And it's important to have someone there so that you can actually meet with someone. And that's what we're hoping to have, is that someone that's available that can meet with clients. And we feel like that area, it's growing. We're at 440 Stewart Road,
right,
which is not far from the Walmart at the corner of Keith Street and Paul Huff. So.
The limited times I've had to engage an attorney professionally over the years, could not imagine doing it unless I sat down with them. They may be interviewing me about the case, but by God, I'm interviewing them about the case. And if you don't have a good feeling, you go to a lawyer until you find one that fits and that's comfortable and you're speaking on the same page.
Point well taken, Chip. For a client to sit down and actually talk to their lawyer, meet the lawyer, see who's actually handling their case, engage in a conversation and establish a personal relationship. Mark and I have said over the years, we don't put up billboards, we put down roots.
Exactly.
And that we've done in the communities, whether it's in North Georgia, Southeast Tennessee, Alabama, that's what we do. We actually want to create a physical location. And come see us if you need to talk to your lawyer.
It's important to point out this is not a satellite office. This is an extension. This is just like going to the beautifully renovated building you've got down on Carter Street.
That's correct. That's correct.
That's exactly what Fred and his staff are going to bring. You mentioned a moment ago about billboard lawyers, and heaven knows they're everywhere. My wife and I have literally seen billboard lawyers for not here, but fairly close, from 900 miles away.
Absolutely.
That's got to be expensive. That's got to add to the money that, when the case is resolved, that the client doesn't get.
Well, you're exactly right, and Fred can talk about this as well, because he experiences it every day. We will never take a fee that is greater than what the client's going to put in their pocket.
Sure.
These out-of-state billboard lawyers, they're concerned about their bottom line. They're concerned about, we can hit this one time, but we establish relationships for life. That's what we want to do.
All right, Fred, tell me this. What's something about the process of hiring an attorney that most of us don't know?
Well, I think it's important to get to really meet with that person to understand the process of how a lawsuit or a claim works. And if you don't sit down and meet with that person, you really don't understand the process. We get a lot of people that come to our office, and we get some that come from they've seen other people.
Sure.
And they'll sit down and say, I never understood that you had to complete your medical treatment before you could even make a claim, really, or to get
Sure.
a process going. We'll have people that say, well, I don't understand, how does the car damage work? Where does the car go? How about my stuff in the car? And all these things that if you don't speak to someone up front and really get that understanding, you really lose out.
Exactly. Guys, we're going to have to leave it there. We hope you will bring Fred Cullen back to the table here.
Absolutely.
And well, bring, what's the guy's name over? Oh yeah, Seymour.
Oh,
bring
Seymour,
him
you'll bring
too.
him back.
Bring y'all three here. In
Hey,
fact,
it's
come
good to have-
before the next Solid Orange drive-through. We'll have a hoot.
Thank you.
We'll have a hoot.
Fred started practicing law the same time Mark and I did, so
Yeah.
we've known him a long, long time.
A lot of
He's a
years of
critical part our firm.
experience. It's good to have that experience and that teamwork.
Thank you.
It's also good to have the Warren and Griffin team on your side. WarrenandGriffin.com. WarrenandGriffin.com.